We will find you, Francis Sinclair. Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to Trippy Commentaries. Thanks for checking out the episode. I'm RJ. Before I get into it, I did want to wish everybody a Happy New Year. We're going to have a big New Year's Eve live stream, so make sure to sub if you are new. Hit the notification bell. It'll let you know as soon as we go live. I think everybody watching this video is going to have a trippy 2022. Now, today we're not too far away from Strawberry, outside of Francis Sinclair's cabin. When you go around and find every hidden rock carving that is in Red Dead Redemption 2 and then return to the cabin, you'll find Francis Sinclair, who is a fully grown adult, is now a baby. And that is because Francis is a time traveler. And inside his cabin, you can find the Time Traveler's Mural. Depicted on this poster are some things that nobody from the Red Dead Redemption 2 era should know about, including something from the past, ancient Egypt. There's been a recent discovery that shows exactly what Rockstar might be referencing with the Time Traveler's Mural. Much love to everybody watching this. Do me a huge favor, hit the like button, it really helps out. Now, two quick things about the cabin. Francis Sinclair is also connected to Grand Theft Auto as he's an Epsilonist. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'll put a link in the description that explains it. But also, you cannot enter the cabin unless you have 100% completion. So the first time when you bring all the rock carvings back to the cabin, of course you do go inside to get the brass compass. You can check out the poster, but once you leave, you cannot get back in. This is one of the only locations in the game that you need 100% to re-enter, which is pretty interesting. But of course, we do have the 100% completion. We're controlling John Marston. Let's get a quick gander at the poster. Now, of course, in the middle is Francis himself. He is showing all the different time periods that he has time traveled to. Now, notice the positioning of his arms. That is going to come back into play at a location that looks very much like ancient Egypt. I do have to give a huge shout out to a member of the Trippy fam, Panicky Panda, as she has hit me up with some pretty crazy information. But here you have what I think is the future. It almost looks like Grand Theft Auto 4, maybe Liberty City. You got a blimp, the atomic bomb. That one's pretty crazy. Below that, it looks like some sort of maybe Civil War battlefield. You can't find a Civil War battlefield here in Red Dead Redemption 2. On the top, a Viking ship. Now, that picture right there with the cowboy driving the covered wagon with the bull, you can find in Red Dead Redemption 2 as well. In fact, I believe that that is a time travel location. We'll end the video off there, so stick around for that. But again, it all goes back to Egypt with the Sphinx and the pyramids, as well as an obelisk. I'll meet you there. Here it is, the biggest Rockstar pyramid, Sphinx, and even obelisk. And they look better than ever. This is the newly released GTA The Trilogy, the definitive edition. So now we can see Los Venturas with more detail than ever, including on the obelisk with all that writing. Now underneath the Sphinx, we can find some art that looks very familiar. And keep in mind, in that time travel mural, it shows Francis Sinclair, his face is the Sphinx. We might have to get a closer look. I think I'm going to grab a jetpack, go up to that Sphinx head. Maybe there's something hidden up there. But like I said, underneath the Sphinx, you can find some artwork that Panicky Panda found very familiar. Wait, CJ, this is no time to gamble. This hotel is called the Camel's Toe, a great name. It is based off of the Luxor, which is in Las Vegas. It's pretty hilarious that Rockstar included it in Las Venturas. And right here we have some Egyptian art. It looks like some sort of Egyptian or maybe even a pharaoh is doing the same exact hand gesture as Francis Sinclair from the Time Traveler mural. So if you think that Rockstar was hinting at Las Venturas being re-released within Red Dead Redemption 2, as it seems like all of the different art from that mural is from other Rockstar games, including Egypt, which is really the Camel's Toe, and I think it is proof that you have the pharaoh pretty much doing the same exact thing as Francis Sinclair. Once again, huge shout out to Panicky Panda for figuring that out. Before we head back to Red Dead Redemption 2, let's get a closer look at the Sphinx. That mural shows Francis as the Sphinx. We'll see if there's any resemblance or anything going on at the Sphinx's head. Here we are, we have the jetpack, CJ's taken off, and we've made it to the eye of the Sphinx. Maybe we can try to enter the ear. In GTA Vice City, there's a hidden room where you jump through a window to find a hidden Easter egg. So I was wondering if maybe Rockstar would add something new to GTA San Andreas. This would definitely be a perfect location, with it being resembled there in Red Dead Redemption 2. But that said, not really seeing too much with the Sphinx. I've never been up here before. For as many times as I played the original GTA San Andreas, I would have thought to fly around up here, but there doesn't seem to be too much special. A closer look at the obelisk doesn't really show too much detail, and the pyramid looks a lot different. There's a lot more added with this version of the game, but I really don't think there's too much going on. The Sphinx, to me, does not look like Francis Sinclair. Let me know if you find anything hidden around the camel's toe. There has to be some reason why Rockstar represented it within Red Dead Redemption 2, probably just to show us that we would be going back with a new version of the game. To the top of the pyramid. So is Rockstar representing the actual ancient Egypt or just a camel's toe casino within that Red Dead Redemption 2 time travel mural? We made it back to the past with John Marston. Now take a look at the map. Notice how there is no cabin. Every other landmark and cabin in the game does appear on the map, but for some reason Francis Sinclair's cabin is nowhere to be found. And let's take one more look at the mural. You can see how Francis does have the birthmark on his face. That is what makes him an Epsilonist. He also has red hair. They talk about that in Grand Theft Auto. But if you look next to the Sphinx, you can see the Francis Sinclair face. I'm not sure if that was the same exact face from San Andreas. There's the obelisk and the pyramid, which does look a lot like the version from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. But then you do have two pyramids, maybe some Egyptian slaves building the obelisk. It's really hard to tell. But if you look at how every other picture in the mural seems to be from another Rockstar game, including this one, which we'll look at in a moment, I believe this might be a hint that Rockstar was bringing Las Venturas back with the GTA trilogy, the definitive edition. But again, let me know what you guys think. Huge shout out to Panicky Panda for finding that. As you can see, the same exact stance that Francis is in is also the same stance as the Pharaoh. Here are the many forms of Francis Sinclair. It looks like he arrived in the Red Dead Redemption 2 era, right here with the covered wagon, which you can find in New Austin. I also have to mention the winter blizzard, which is currently hitting Red Dead Online. Right now, everything is covered with snow, including the middle of the desert, so you can join us on both Xbox and PlayStation. Rockstar will take it out of the game soon, as well as a limited edition game mode. We're trying to beat every Christmas Call to Arms map before they're gone for good. So sub if you are new, hit the notification button. It'll let you know as soon as we go live. Again, you can join us on both Xbox and PlayStation. We'll be live streaming all night. So right here, you can find the wagon, which looks like it was hit by lightning. It is completely burnt, as well as two dead bulls and some random dead guys that you could see in that time travel mural. So why can we find them right here, not too far away from Rio del Lobo Rock? Is this the location where Francis Sinclair first time traveled to? Again, let me know what you think, but the fact that you can find this right here in Red Dead Redemption 2 and every other picture from that mural as part of another Rockstar game is pretty mind-blowing, and I think that is why Ancient Egypt is really just Las Venturas. Much love, guys. Once again, hit the like button. It really helps out. Hopefully we'll see you in the live stream later on tonight. And as always, make sure to stay trippy, my friends. Y'all come back now, you hear?